Ew! It's already pumping. They're already pumping. Arlovski versus Boser. Ew. Ew. Santos versus TEIXEIRA. UFC Fight Night. Welcome to Boxing Logics United. I am Myra Magnus. Peace and pugilism. Peace and pugilism. It's Myra Magnus. Back-to-back streams. Boxing Logics United. Sports Logics United. MMA Logics United. How y'all doing? Salute. I'm back. Salute. We're doing the NFC. UFC Fight Night. Arlovski versus Boser. Big boys. Heavyweights. At least that's what it looked like. How y'all feeling today? One love. Salute. Cheers. Wherever you at in the world, baby. Patrick Spielman, come on, man. Hop on. To everybody who on Periscope, hop on. On Facebook, hop on. Patrick Spielman, come give me some help. If you know these guys better than me, hop on. Hop on. Salud. Hermanos and hermanas. Brothers and sisters. Primos, primas. Salute. Fighting the big boys. Ooh, oh, he rocked him. Oh, this goddamn Arlovski just rocked Boser. He looked like a goddamn bear, too. Salute, brother. Mi corazón to you. Banks, what's up, man? Saucedo Francisco, peace to you too, brother. De nada. De nada. Let me get the stream station together. Look, I think this guy Arlovski may end the night pretty soon for Boser. This is looking mean. Who y'all got winning? TEIXEIRA or Santos? Patrick, are you going to hop on? Didn't you say you was going to get on if we go UFC? Where are you at? I need some support. You taking Santos, Jack Sock? Peace, Saucedo Francisco. Saucedo Francisco. Taking Santos, Jackso. Man, if you want to call it, hop on the goddamn link, man. From Periscope. Peace to everybody on Periscope, baby. You're going to pop in now. Stop waiting the last damn minute, Patrick. Shit. Bring some energy to this joint. Everybody, hit the like button, and it's free. Hit the like button, join the panel. My StreamYard is open to anybody in the chat section. A beautiful open forum. Come in, know what you're talking about. Understand that the show, we both must think about that we're talking to an audience, cater to the people, and let's give them that hot shit. That's all you got to do. Come on. MMA nerd, that's what I'm talking about. We got some love from me. He coming in hairy and he coming in ready.
Oh, man, it's Patrick. What's going on, bro?
Oh, that's Patrick. What's up, man?
You know, man, I gotta hop in. You told me to hop in. I'm hopping in.
Thank you. Shit, what was better later than never?
Yeah, man, I had to come in and help you out with this UFC. You know, I gotta show you the rounds a little bit.
Oh,
so Boser's the favorite going into this fight. Sorry about that. Sorry about cutting you off. Boser's the favorite going into this fight against Arlovski. Arlovski's the older man. He's had a couple fights. He's strung a couple decisions together over his last couple fights to bring it out. He's going towards the tail end of his career here. Right now we're seeing Arlovski at the end of that round. You saw him clip him a little bit, but you're seeing Boser come back in with a little bit of pressure. And I think his key to success here is probably going to be the pressure and keeping old Arlovski on his back foot and moving around a little bit.
Now, hey, let me tell you, I've been following MMA since '95.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to hate on your MMA.
No.
Yeah.
Ain't been following it lately up close over the last few years. I know the big names, everything with them, but the lower rankers that's still working their way up to the belts, man, you are the fucking MMA nerd here.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to be the MMA nerd. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? But that's what you got down there.
One day, maybe start a channel. That's what I'm hoping about. Maybe one day, because I do like talking about the fights and stuff like that, and kind of going through them and bringing a break.
I'm doing all the MMA fights too, so come get your workout here if you like.
You know, I would love to get my workout with you, and then one day, maybe make that reach.
Yeah.
And I do love your platform, so.
I'm working. It's nowhere near where it needs to be. I'm perfecting it, but you always come in all the time, so I perfect it. So that means you like the knowledge that I share. And
I love it. I love it. I love boxing. I'm a true boxing fanatic, and honestly, like I feel like you guys bring a big aspect of knowledge to it that not a lot of people, maybe know or even care to look at. Want to talk about, right? Not want to talk about, right?
That's probably mainly what those in the big wigs that listen to us. They
like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Like,
we cross that no man's zone. Don't talk about
which I like. You know what I mean. I wouldn't be listening to you guys if it wasn't the other way around. You know what I mean. There's a million cookie cutter. There's a
right now. Yeah, you may like it, but it would behoove you not to always do it. Maybe be a little bit wiser in the pattern.
Exactly.
Like, be more successful.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what, man? Like, success doesn't come with, breaking down a couple of walls and barriers and stuff like that, and being yourself.
Where you from, Pat?
I'm from Canada.
Oh, where you at?
I'm in around Toronto area.
Oh, I've been to Toronto.
Oh yeah, it's a nice place. I'm around an hour and a half outside of that. It's a little smaller, little place, but it's nice. It's nice, good place.
All right, bet. All right, go now. Get back to the blow by blow in the fight, homie.
I'm getting back to the blow by blow for you.
Everybody, sorry about that. Pat to the panel for the first time.
Yeah, first time. Hopefully not my last time. You know what I mean?
Fuck no, because I'm doing all the fights. I'm be here next weekend.
I love that. I'm always here for your UFC. I'm always here for the boxing too. I just haven't tuned in for the boxing. I want to make my first appearance on the UFC because I felt like that was a better place for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you got to go where you're strongest at first.
Exactly.
Then leverage off.
Exactly. So Arlovski's coming in here. They're actually putting up a good fight towards the end of the round. Arlovski coming in with the spinning back fist. Wow.
Arlovski with a good overhand right. What
a beautiful end of the round, though. I think that's everything we wanted for the end of the round because I think it shows that Arlovski's still out here at the end of the second round swinging. He's still putting up shots, which maybe we didn't expect if we had looked at some of his previous fights and at his age. But he's out there and he's throwing well, and he's putting up a fight against a guy who's been known to take guys like Arlovski and knock them out in the first or second round. So I feel like we're already going to give a lot of credit to Arlovski here for his effort and what he's already put into the fight.
Rewind to what is Boser's record?
Boser's record off the bat, I don't believe I know off the top of my head. I'll look it up, but I believe he's around maybe 13-0, maybe 13-2, something like that.
These are heavyweights or light heavyweights.
19-6-1. I think Boser's actually 19-6-1.
These heavyweights or light heavyweights?
These are heavyweights.
A lot of wins in Canada.
Gotcha. Who's in the back? And then what is Arlovski's record?
Arlovski's record is 29-19. So he's been through it. they said earlier he made his UFC debut at UFC 37, I believe. So he's been fighting in the UFC for about 20 years so far.
Wow.
This is like his 20th anniversary for this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's took a lot of punches.
Oh yeah.
A lot of kicks.
He's the ex-champion too. He was the heavyweight champion at one point.
Yeah, that's why the name rings a bell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Around the time when you would have been watching, he would have been the champion and would have been pretty much thriving in the heavyweight division when Cain Velasquez and all those kind of guys were coming out. So Tanner Boser's pressuring here. He's coming at him pretty quick. He's hitting him with those vicious leg kicks that he likes to throw. And it looks like this round he's a little bit more happy with leading the fight than he is with, say, waiting for Arlovski to throw. I think he's realized at this point that he's got to kind of bring the action to Arlovski because he's going to wait and, he's not going to want to throw necessarily in the first couple of minutes. He's going to want to wait to counter. He's going to want to wait to see an opening. He knows that this guy's dangerous. So I think he's kind of waiting. He's waiting a little bit more right now.
Nice leg kick by Arlovski. Does Arlovski look a little gun shy to you or patient?
Pretty much what I was saying. Arlovski does look a little bit of gun shy. He knows that this guy, I think he does have respect for him. I think he knows that this guy can turn it out if he gets a little bit too reckless and he gets a little bit too, he overdraws himself a little bit too much into the exchanges. I think he knows he can get touched and he knows he can, with a good punch from this guy, can get put down. He does have a little bit more of a loose chin with his older age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as we see Boser right there, he just switched the stance on him. It seemed like Boser switched in and out of the southpaw and the orthodox stance.
Yes, he does. Yeah, and you can see Arlovski is at these when he finds these points to throw, he will throw and he will have success, but it's just not to the frequency that's probably going to win you a fight. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We're going to bounce back and forth off of it. How we doing now? Okay?
Absolutely, I love it. Yeah. It's going perfectly. This is what I like.
Nice leg kick on the inside of the thigh by Boser on Arlovski. Right now it's a little slow and they both trying to get the distance range down. They're both gauging the distance and range for themselves. Oh my God, they both just miss each other coming in with overhand right simultaneously. That could have been ended ugly. What do you think?
Honestly, I think that right now I'm seeing a lot of weariness from both fighters. I think they both respect each other, and after this fight, they're both going to embrace and say, you know what, man, I respect you regardless of what the decision is or what happens. I do think that Tanner Boser is winning this fight with the leg kicks, with the pressure he's putting on Arlovski, and the fact that Arlovski is being gun shy, like you said, and he's just hesitant to throw because he knows that with his chin, he can get knocked out with one punch. He's a little bit hesitant, but he is showing some good basics.
You said with his chin, does he have a weak chin due to over the career span?
Yeah. He's had
resistance went down.
Yeah,
he's always had a weak chin from the beginning.
No. It's over the career. His span. He's had his chin go down. He used to be kind of one of those mug-in brawl fighters. Really get stuck in there with you and want to go throw down. And I think that's what's probably lessened his chin over the years. You got really Boser coming in right now. And they're both throwing really nicely, which is I'm happy to see Arlovski really at least let his hands go a little bit. I thought it was either going to go one of two ways. Arlovski either getting knocked out because of him being too overzealous with his combos and such, or it was going to be Boser, or it was going to be Boser maybe taking the slower route on him and maybe just kind of picking him apart a little bit. But he's at least come out there and he's thrown some shots, which has at least given me some hope and it made me feel good about at least having him still in there.
And that was a 3-round. Now, both of those fighters, so these fighters, both of them are primary stand-up fighters.
Correct.
What are the background for either one? Do either one of them ever had jiu-jitsu?
Tanner Boser, the Canadian, has a purple belt in BJJ in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know what Arlovski currently has, but I would assume he's got some, being in the game for 20 years, I'm assuming he's got some awareness / knowledge to the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the ground game.
So Boser you said has a triple what belt in
purple belt in
so he's
Brazilian
working on that
Jiu-Jitsu.
part of it. So he's working on that part of his game.
Yeah, he's from Canada too, so he fought a lot of his fights coming out of Canada, coming out of the Canadian regional scene. And he's looked pretty good, and he's been on. And if he wins this fight, I think it's a 5-fight win streak or a 4-fight win streak for him right now. Let me look that up for you. Yeah, as far as I know, if he wins this fight, this is going to be a 5-fight win streak for Tanner Boser. So he's going to be looking to make his kind of statement on the heavyweight game right now. They don't have a lot of heavyweight fighters left in the division, and Dana White's constantly talking about, wanting to get in more heavyweight fighters. You know what I mean? So this is a pretty good statement fight for him, and a pretty good fight to really push his name to the top and get a belt shot. You know what I mean?
What's his ranking right now? Before this fight.
His ranking before this fight.
Whoa! They gave it to Arlovski, buddy.
See, man, so that's the craziest thing. So here's what I see. I don't necessarily see with Arlovski winning the decision, but I do agree with the fact that Arlovski did stay active and do what he needed to do against a guy like Tanner Boser. I feel like there could have been what Tanner Boser needed to do from his side of the story was either put Arlovski, the older, more seasoned guy, down, or
like you said, a former champion,
or even put him in trouble. You know what I mean? To the point where people are looking at him going, okay, is he going to be able to last 10, 12 more seconds?
He didn't do that.
And we even saw, like you said, at the end of the second round, we saw Arlovski put a couple of shots on Boser that did ring his bell a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to say I'm surprised, but I've seen some crazy, wacky decisions in the UFC. The way that they're doing their scoring right now is a little bit suspect in certain ways. And
nice overhand right there.
There is fights that go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's been a lot of comments by many people in the MMA arena and the UFC arena, particularly about the judging and how it needs to improve tremendously. And that's from Rogan all the way up to Chael Sonnen.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Like I've heard the
I've heard Chael Sonnen, think they need to work on if the point system isn't working that well. I heard again Rogan say it, Bisping, all of those guys saying about the same thing.
No, I've heard the exact same thing. I think
but I thought, true until Boser didn't do. He will have to bring more. I guess he didn't do enough to take it from the big dude. You're right, and like you said before, he didn't hurt him. He didn't get him in trouble.
Yeah, that's probably the problem, right? And with the younger guy, you like to see him hurt the older guy. Put the more seasoned vet in danger to show his work, especially after 3. I think Boser had 3 straight wins just by knockout. You know what I mean? So people might have wanted to see that. You know what I mean?
You said Arlovski he got 19 wins now. So he had 19 wins.
No, sorry. Arlovski's Boser was the one with 19 wins. This was Arlovski's 30th win in the UFC.
They just showed a stat here just now talking about most wins, though.
Yeah, I know. Arlovski's probably in it. 30 wins is probably close to it. You know what I mean?
It was 19 was the number on something.
Really? Because right now with
MMA records, total MMA record is 30-19.
Yeah, 30 and he's got 19 losses.
30
wins.
No, I think he has 19 wins in the UFC.
Oh, okay. I
They
hear what you're saying.
separated it.
I hear what you're saying. They
You feel me?
separated it from his full career. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah,
That's what they did. So he has 19 UFC wins. How
that's
many
crazy.
do we have? What's his UFC record? But it's
I wish I knew his actual UFC, just not his full combat record. Let me get that up. Let me pull that up for you.
man, I went down and Patrick Spielman said, "Man, come on, don't stop. Let's do the UFC fights."
Yeah,
There's
man.
2 fights left.
I'm just
What's
trying to get you
going on,
going.
James Bell? So what you said? Did you find it?
His record in the UFC.
Damn, Boser. I know that hurt him. I thought you said Boser was like 19-6 or something, right?
He is 19-6. Yeah.
His MMA record, total MMA record?
That's his total MMA record, not just his UFC record.
Oh. They always combine those. And,
I know.
MMA
That's
and UFC coming damn near synonymous.
I know that's the problem, right? I'm trying to get the separated numbers right now for you, but it's just
all the time, dude. I've been like, oh, okay, shit.
I know it's hard to do, right? But I've seen sites that do have it split between your amateur record and your. But like because you know why that's the hard thing to judge is because there is no real amateur in mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? That's the problem, right? Like there's no like, oh, I'm not fighting for money. Like these guys are all fighting for money in some sort of way, shape, or form in these smaller circuits, these smaller kind of shows. You know what I mean? Like it's different with boxing and it's different with all these other kind of sports. You know what I mean?
Hey, peace out to Daniel. He said, "Who win, Glover or Thiago?" You go ahead.
Honestly, right now I'm going to probably say Thiago Santos, and I'm probably going to say Thiago Santos wins by either knockout or I don't think he'll submit him. I do think he'll knock him out. I think the pressure will be too much for older Glover Teixeira. Don't get me wrong. I don't like picking against 2 different Brazilian fighters because I do have a ton of respect for the Brazilian fighters in mixed martial arts. I'm serious. I don't
want to get the Brazilians mad.
I don't like getting the Brazilians mad. I don't like picking between them. I'm serious. I totally think that either guy's totally dangerous. You have to look at the fact that Thiago's coming off of a loss against John Jones over I think they're saying 400 days ago was his last time he fought an official cage match, which was John Jones, but he was John Jones's toughest fight. He actually was the only person ever to have a total fight scored towards him against John Jones. The one of the judges had it, him winning the whole fight. You know what I mean? Compared to the other 2,
right?
I totally think that he ended up blowing out his ACL, his MCL, and maybe his PCL in the fight. He blew out about 3 ligaments in his knee against the fight against John Jones. So obviously with that athletic kind of thing, you don't know what's going to happen when they come back. Glover Teixeira, on the other hand, has been on a fighting win streak, where in the fact he's gone, I don't even know, 5 or 6 wins in a row off of his last loss. And he's really showed to everyone that he's a guy to be contended with still in the heavyweight division. He fought Anthony Lionheart-Smith, who was the guy that fought John Jones 2 fights ago. And he absolutely battered Anthony Lionheart-Smith. He ended up splitting his lip open, splitting his eye open, basically making it that his corner had to throw in the towel against the older man too, right? Like people weren't expecting Glover Teixeira to come in there and dice a young guy like Anthony Smith up. So I think that both guys definitely have they have a lot of hype around them going into the fight. You've got a lot of questions like Thiago's injuries, and you've got Glover coming in at an older age against the younger guy. You don't really know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? But my best bet would probably be on Thiago Santos.
Okay. Well, that's your answer, Daniel, by the MMA nerd.
Yeah, I mean that's the best way I can break it down.
Spielman.
That's the best way I can break it down. That's as good as that's good as it's gonna get in 30 seconds.
He likes to comment. He said, "Come to see it be a big fight." He likes to comment. So you did a great job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone. Send a like in the stream. Give Myron Magnus a like. Like the stream. Show him your love.
And Thank you very much. That's right. Hit the like and you can join the panel, but it will only be one at a time. Only no more than 3 at a time. If you're a new person to the channel, hit the link. You can join the panel and share a comment or whatever about the fight coming up, because we're building up to Santos versus TEIXEIRA. And TEIXEIRA, break this fight down, because TEIXEIRA is a big name and Santos is a big name, and I think they both have a lot of history, don't they? A lot of ups and downs.
Like I said, both Brazilian fighters. TEIXEIRA has once been the guy challenging for the strap. He once challenged for the strap. I think it's his second time challenging for the strap now. Well, his second run, or his final run, what you would call, at the strap. You know what I mean? He's an older man. He doesn't really have much left in the tank. He's even said it himself. This is his final run towards the belt. Really? I do believe tonight that if he does get finished, I do think he should retire. I don't know if he necessarily will. You know what I mean? A fighter's spirit and stuff like that. It's always in question, right? You never know if the guy's going to say yes or no, or you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
exactly.
Who knows? But I do like them both.
So who's your pick?
I already told you. I said it was Santos in that big long breakdown. I got
so too.
I think Santos is the younger man. Like I said, he challenged John Jones and gave him that extraordinary fight that most of us thought, hey, Santos probably won this fight. And
I was making sure you don't stay in no gray area. I wasn't sure.
No. I'm not staying in no gray area. I'm trying. I know what you mean though. I know what you mean though. Yeah. I think Santos probably win this fight. He gave John Jones that great fight. I think that we all need to look at that and probably say, hey, here's a guy that could probably have the strap one day. You know what I mean? He is an older guy. He has had a full career in he was a Brazilian paratrooper at one point, like a Brazilian army paratrooper that they drop out of the plane. So I mean, he's had his full life run. You know what I mean? Like, so it's two guys that have both had a long span in either career or fighting, you know what I mean, that have both been around the block.
Now, TEIXEIRA's Glover TEIXEIRA's working his way to the ring.
Yep.
On the last mile, the man says, the last run to the belt.
Yep, it's his last run to the belt. That's my opinion, and
how old is Santos Diego?
I think he's about. I'll tell you right now. I think he's about 33 or 32. But let me give you an exact number. He's actually a little bit older than I even thought. He's 36. So he's been through the.
Wow.
He's been through.
Diego Santos.
Yeah.
He's been in UFC for a while.
It's not even that he's been in the UFC for as long. It's like I said, he had a previous career as a Brazilian paratrooper, or what you would call it.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's his record? What's Diego Santos for? Diego.
21-7.
That's a lot of fights.
But Glover Teixeira's record is 10 more fights. Like we were saying before, all the MMA records, they don't necessarily all go together. You know what I mean?
Well, that's an MMA, yeah.
Exactly. It's just the way it goes. So his is 21-7. Glover's is 31-7. But you could argue that, and it is true that Glover has had more fights in the UFC than Thiago Santos. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah. I think the older fighter will win this one.
You watching the fight against James Bell?
Hey, man. Doing double duty. Hey, I think the older fighter might get him, though.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's I don't think you're crazy for saying that. You know what I mean? Like, in most of these fights, you might say, oh, a main event, like you got a guy that's older against a guy that's way younger. You might say, well, that's I don't really necessarily agree with that, but I wouldn't say you're wrong. Like, Glover Teixeira is 41 years old. You know what I mean? But he's shown us in the last five or four fights that he's totally still able to compete with guys that are half his age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, if he takes him to the ground, it's over.
Oh, yeah. Totally different fight. That's the way that I think that if you were Glover, you should go about it, is by taking him down and doing the work from there.
So Glover, black belt,
Brazilian. They go hand in hand, and the young gun's gonna get him. But
Hey, so Glover, you say you should take him down. So I mean, when you say that, elaborate, James Bell. So you saying Glover is? I mean, yeah, Glover is black belt in jiu-jitsu. Is Glover
Yeah.
is?
hmm
He a bad boy on the ground.
Yeah. Plus, he's way better submission wise.
And Diego Sanchez, is he mainly
Yeah.
just
If he gets on the ground, it's over, man.
Diego Sanchez has no ground game?
I
He's
would
got
say,
a decent ground game.
yeah, it's decent. See, the way I like to put it, and it's in a non-racist kind of way, is these people that are born in Brazil are normally they're born learning jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're born learning
Oh,
learning how to get up off the ground, submissions, all that kind of stuff, right? So you'd have to think that almost maybe it might be a little bit even, but at the same time, I do agree with Glover having the better ground game, the better chokes, the better control on the ground, like what he showed against Anthony Smith.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen that from Thiago Santos. It's not really his style. You know what I
He
mean?
has more experience.
Yeah, but it's just not really Thiago Santos' style to go down to the ground and pummel someone out. You know what I mean? He's kind of the more I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to make you a fool on your feet. And
they're both Brazilian, so you have to worry about being. I mean,
I think
I know, but at the same time, I'm just talking for anyone. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
man, I don't know.
Don't overthink. Just go ahead. Don't worry about oversensitivity, man. No, they're both Brazilian, so you know, TEIXEIRA is somebody who seemed like he really took everybody, and from somebody who spends time in Brazil quite often, you would think everybody, you know what I mean, knows Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like off the bat. But it's very similar to thinking like all Chinese know fucking.
So it's a stupid thing of me to think. I agree. That's why I said it. That's why I said it with the no offense kind of thing.
You know, you go visit China. I was there
I know
in the Air Force. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Kung Fu, like, motherfucker, they looked at me like I was crazy. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
No, we don't know fucking Kung Fu.
I know what you mean.
But
as far as, you know what I mean, as far as the fighting, if you're a fighting background, like it's normally pretty, I don't know, it's pretty.
No, I was talking about you don't have to worry about that. You know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were kind of pointing me out a little bit there.
No, I won't point you out. I was just saying, like, you know, but that's, I mean, it's just the things that, you know, that come with being from an area and that area having that reputation.
Absolutely.
That precedes them around the world.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's a natural thing.
Plus, I think if Glover puts him on his back, he's going to panic.
I'm going to go to the bathroom 1 second. I'll be right back.
You think Glover put him on the back, he's going to panic?
Oh, yeah. Because a guy that usually stands up like that with that kind of body frame, when their back's against the ground, they don't do so well. You got like a slender type, you know what I'm saying, ground body. And for Diego, he's got more of a, you know, like a bull pretty much.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Your boy built up, you mean like more slimmer waist down and then less base?
Yeah, built for like submissions. Like he could defend himself off the ground better because he'd be able to get out of, you know, certain holes. But that's only if he's on top.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's who's got better, you know, control at the bottom. But I think the edge is going to go to the more experienced fighter in this one.
Glover's 31-7. Great record.
It should be a really good fight, though. Well, he definitely don't need to stand up with him. Should not be the game plan.
Oh no, Glover should not stand up with Thiago Santos. That would be his worst. That would probably be his worst idea. But we will see what happens. You know what I mean? Like it's these guys.
How was Tiego's
anything can happen in MMA?
How was Tiego's takedown defense?
Like I said, I haven't seen it much because of the fact that in his past fights, a lot of them have been stand up, and the guys that he fights are kind of stand up oriented. You know what I mean? So it's pretty much just chucking knuckles and kicks and stuff like that, and knees and clinch work and stuff. But as far as as far as his takedown defense against a guy like Glover, the thing that I would say is he just needs to not get tired and get lazy and kind of about his stancing and watching where his feet are. You know what I mean? Like that's what he has to worry about, is not maybe contributing too much to the stand up to where he loses track of where his feet are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he
I think if
stays
he goes to the ground, it's going to be bad news for Diego.
You're probably exactly right. You're probably exactly right.
If he's used to standing up a lot, and when you get taken to the ground, this is a whole different
game. Takes out a whole different energy that you didn't know you didn't have. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. He's heavyweights too, so he'll tire out very early.
I think these are light heavyweights, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but he's big muscular wise.
Yeah, big muscular. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't last. Yeah, it is light heavyweights. You don't last too long. You know what I mean? So these guys are a max of 205. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the one thing that's always confused me is the boxing. The boxing.
He caught him with a right coming in, and then, Diego is getting in that ass so far, but he got in a fucking.
Oh yeah, see, here we go. This could be over quick. This fight could be over quick.
Uh-oh.
He's got to do what he needs to do. He's got to not stand with him.
He went through the fire. To get.
See, but I like that. I like that though. We're gonna have a good fight here if he makes it through this first round.
This is a 3-rounder, correct?
This is a 5-rounder main event. Main events are normally in the UFC are 5 rounds, which actually does benefit.
I thought only the championship bouts were 5.
No, they see that's where they normally they skate this kind of weird line where I've seen championship belts that are, you know what I mean? Like I've seen main events that are not 5 rounds, but I've seen the rule is that if it's a main event, it's 5 rounds. You know what I mean? It's kind of a weird. Okay. It's a weird.
Them down. Oh,
See, it's exactly the kind of game he needs to have.
Might be over.
He gonna have to apply some damage.
What time are you at? Where are you guys at? You guys a little bit ahead of me? Yeah,
right at 3:09.
Okay, no. I mean in the fight. Sorry about that.
2:42.
Okay, yeah. Myron a little bit ahead of me, but this is where Glover wants to be. He needs to sit in there and pummel him up a little bit for a round and tire him out and soften him up.
Get those ribs
he's trying to get in his guard. He's trying to mount.
Or get a choke, you know what I mean? Or get a choke.
Yeah, about them kidneys, man.
Santos, look. I'm trying to look at how he get in his leg position. TEIXEIRA's trying to get in the full guard. You got to ground and pound.
See, a guy like TEIXEIRA too, he's propping to try and get into full guard, like you said, Myron, but a guy like him from right here would probably succeed more with just sitting in half and throwing like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, elbow.
Elbow.
The bigger you are, you necessarily don't have to get into that full guard.
True.
It'll help, but
yeah, he
can still do
as long as he have the ability to put his weight down on him.
Exactly, and
the other
get shots off
exerting more energy and everything.
Exactly. And at the same time, it gives him that option to try and escape out, which kind of lets him exert a little bit more. You get to hold him down every time he tries to pop out. He ain't getting out of that. And now he's back in a full guard. See, and this is where we thought the fight would be. There's only one way for each guy to win. Santos is on the hands and feet by knocking him out or stopping him. It's by on the ground.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But it's exactly what we wanted to see. I didn't.
53 seconds left in the fight, in the round. It looked like he's going to survive.
This is what we wanted to see, though. This is good. This is good fighting. I like this.
Oof.
Santos a full guard with Teixeira just basically raining down shots. He's varying from the body to the head with either hand. He's going from body to head. And Santos is just clinging onto him, trying to clinch him close to hold out the last 35 seconds of the round.
And try to slip a few elbows in there when he can.
Exactly.
Ooh. Boy, this is nasty.
10 seconds left in the round. Well, he just missed that elbow. Teixeira tried to sneak an elbow coming straight down on Santos, and Santos just slipped it.
And see, that's the way that Teixeira had a lot of success against the guy that he kind of implemented the same blueprint he's doing right now, which is a guy named Anthony Smith, who also fought John Jones, who's also kind of got a similar game plan to Thiago Santos, which is, I want to finish you on the hands and feet. I don't want to let it go to the ground. You know what I mean? And once he got to the ground, exact same thing happened. A 5-round mutilation of Anthony Smith by the exact same thing. Glover Teixeira would take him down and hammer him, elbows and fists to the face, cut him up.
Old school ground and pound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Old school just got round 1.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
man.
man.
A few times there. Oh, he caught him with a good right hand. Thiago did. But
Man.
he got carried away and got too close and got into the clutches of Teixeira.
You know what? This remind me of is when Khabib had put Conor McGregor on the ground like that and just dominated him on the ground.
Yeah, he was punishing him though.
Yeah, ripped his head off.
And we saw Conor McGregor have more success. We saw Khabib have more success on the hands and feet than Conor, but that's a different fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
He honestly surprised a lot of people.
Y'all watch it. Oh, goddamn.
Oh, yeah.
Slams down Thiago again.
Myron, how ahead of you? What time are you at in the fight?
4:25 seconds.
Yeah, see, you're about 10, 15 seconds ahead of me.
You're way ahead of me.
Yeah, see, I'm going to update this
20.
shit. I can't be ahead. I can't be behind you. You know what I mean?
Who's it? Can I pause?
No, fuck it, bro. I'm going to update it.
Take him down. Oh, man.
Down.
This is beautiful, though. This is exactly what we needed to see from Teixeira to win the fight. I love a guy that's on his last run in the UFC to a belt and says, you know what, let's make it this one at 41 years of age. You know what I mean? That excites me. That excites me.
Oh, he's going forward. 2 left elbows by Teixeira on.
Ground game is everything in mixed martial art.
Exactly. If you don't have all components of the game, you're pretty much lost. But the one thing I have realized is with watching a lot of MMA and being a boxing fan is that you need to have some type of kickboxing or boxing ability to survive in MMA. You have to. I mean,
or a superb master takedown defense.
Exactly. That's true. That is true. Yeah.
You better have your takedown defense better be on 1,000.
Yeah.
Actually, I think people with an amateur wrestling background. I think people with an amateur wrestling background are usually the ones that have more success in the NBA.
Yeah, that's what the common kind of diagnostic is on it, and I probably do agree with you. But what I do kind of disagree with is I think that wrestling can be something that can be implemented in a guy that's an athlete at a later stage.
Call the fight. We missing a lot of action. Call the fight. Ooh.
See, this is. I don't think we should call it yet. No, let him go. Let him go. It's still good.
Teixeira's beating him down.
He is beating the pulp out of him, though, which is what we love to see.
Yeah. Ooh.
Fucking Patrick. Just like what we love to see.
Oh my God.
He's getting him. If he can,
he
can survive this for another 2 minutes.
I love this.
This is a mugging, man.
Early in this round. If he can survive for 2 minutes, man, and it's a 5-round fight.
He'll last. He'll last. Ooh. They won't call this unless he's cut up bleeding and gets about 20 shots straight to the head.
Oh man, this is not good.
It always depends. No man's land.
It always depends. It always depends who got ref in the fight too. Always depends who got ref in the fight.
Tego got his eyes closed. I guess he's trying to feel him out. and everything. But he ain't seen damn all the
He
punches.
has to. He's gonna have to weather the storm for a minute. I tell you, man, people with that body frame, man, that's one thing about having a body frame like that. When you're on your back, you have less mobility.
You think it's body frame, or I think it's skills.
I think it's skills. I think it's partial testament to skills too.
Jiu-jitsu ain't good enough.
And it's partially to being him comfortable on the ground. Like you were saying before, has this happened to him before in a UFC fight? Not really.
I think he's taking a break. I thought he was going for a submission.
Like, this hasn't happened to him a lot. This is something he hasn't seen a lot. So I feel like it was due. He was due to have something exposed, especially by a guy who's a veteran like Glover Teixeira.
Oh yeah.
But it's beautiful to watch, though.
Oh.
But usually with guys with body types like that, they're more easy to get in and out of clinch holds and submissions.
Yep.
It's easier to get a built guy and put him in submission holds because they ain't got that much mobility.
Yep.
And flexibility to get out of it.
He's taking a pound.
And see, he's at the point. Santos is at the point you can tell where he's got nothing to do. He's trying to throw knees from being on the ground in side control. I mean, you know what I mean? Like
full mount. Full mount. He gets his back. He gets him in a chokehold.
Don't spoil it for us here, Myron.
He just made the bell.
Myron, you trying to kill a fight for us or something, man? Dude, holy shiester! I'm watching it right now. See, I'm this far behind you. I'm watching it right now. I'm watching it right now.
Man. Oh no.
Wow.
We ain't got quiet on it.
You see that? Wow. See? It's a great fight. It's a great fight, though.
Made it by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
I love that.
Oh man. God, he's tired as hell. He's tired as hell.
He think I gotta go 3 rounds more of this shit?
Ooh, man. I don't even know how you gonna survive the next round.
He got some leather skin though. I know that. Sanchez. Tiago, that is.
He should have been cut a long time ago. All them elbows.
Exactly.
I thought he would have been cut or bleeding by something.
It's that leather skin.
He got leather skin, bud.
Yeah.
That Ranger, he just got it locked in. He was holding on for the freaking. Wow.
Yeah.
Started
the jab, set it up too. He jabbed and went for the shot.
Oh boy.
Went for the takedown.
Yeah. Oh boy. He better.
Oh!
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, that face made it all right there.
Oh my God!
How fast things turn!
Oh my God!
Now
Oh my God! Oh my God!
How fast things turn!
See, this is why we gotta love these combat sports. Love them.
He came up.
Love them.
To put him
See,
down.
it goes either way, man. It goes either way. He doesn't want us. He can't stand with him. He needs to get him to the ground, and boom. See, now
back to standing up, man.
Now the only thing that we hope is that Glover Teixeira gets the same kind of treatment that Santos gets on the ground, which is we don't want to see it stopped in. You know what I mean?
We gotta hope he gets the same amount of treatment. Listen to this.
We don't
wants to see blood.
we don't want to see it get stopped. We don't want to see it get stopped in 10 or 50. Like, come on, it's not fair.
Yeah, you gotta balance out the punishment.
See, and now he's fine. And now he's fine. You know what I mean? Now he's rejuvenated on the ground, and we might it might be an opposite round.
Be careful. See, you know the thing with Thiago Santos I noticed?
What is it?
He lost his position. He got carried away with the swinging and everything, and he loses.
Got tired.
Now look how quick it just turned.
Wow. See. God. But wow, see, Myron, this is a great fight. It's a great fight.
That was his fault.
100%.
What did I say, man? On the ground, he's able to get out of it.
Wow, that's under the chin. That is under the chin.
It's done.
Wow.
He taps out.
Wow. What a fight. What a fight.
He fucked up.
What a fight, though.
Game over.
What a fight.
What did I say? What did I say?
Up.
What a fight. What a great
What I
fight.
told you. He's going to panic when he gets on the ground.
What a great
He
fight.
tried to get it all back in one time to get him out of there. And TEIXEIRA found the opening and reversed the position. Just
he
like
panicked.
that.
He panicked, man.
He
Great.
panicked when he was on top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he was trying to finish the fight fast.
He did. He tried to finish it too fast.
He went too much. That's what I'm saying. He gave up ground in his defensive position.
Because
So
he
you
knew he
can't
was
do
going to
that.
get tired if he had to get it. If he was going to finish his fight, he had to go real fast. And with having a body like that, you're going to tire out really, really quick, especially if they put you on the ground and wear you down.
I don't 100% believe that. I don't think he lost this just now because
Look how fast he's doing.
his body type and all this shit. He lost that because
If he would have took his
swinging,
time.
hold up, let me finish. He was swinging all fucking wild and everything, and Thiago reversed it on him. He lost his defensive position because he lost his discipline.
Agreed.
That had nothing to do with his body shape of his position. He was on top of just welling, and he gave up.
He wanted to finish it
He gave up
fast.
defensive integrity, and then Thiago reversed it on him. That was his control as a fighter.
Yeah, but when you go out that hard and go that fast, you're trying to finish it fast. So you don't have to do it.
His fighter IQ needs to improve.
Yeah. But like I said, like once you tire out, like the first 2 rounds, you can see him really tire out. He tried to finish them real fast because he knew I ain't got enough another rounds in me to keep going. And when you go that fast, you get very careless and make mistakes.
On top of him. If he gained front position and just held, he could have rested on top of him. That's IQ.
Yep.
He
No,
could have
you're
got
right.
a second win there. It's not about no body size and none of that. He ain't disciplined. He got to become more disciplined as a fighter. He got desperate, but when he got the advantage, he said, "Okay," and pound a little bit. He should have chilled. His mind was just going all over. He got to calm himself down. He's not calm enough in it.
Well, the best way to say it is he saw red, which is blood, and he went for it. You know, he knocked him down. He knocked him down. He knocked him down and said,
"He didn't see no blood."
You know, but he saw red. You know what I mean? The metaphorical expression. You know what I mean? He saw red and he went, "I'm going." He lost control and he just went in and that's it.
That's all I want you to say.
He went berserker mode, huh?
Yep.
He gave up. Yes, he went berserker mode. Lost discipline. Gave up his defensive integrity.
You could almost say that was probably maybe even the rest of his gas tank. You know what I mean? He used the rest of what he had there to try and finish that fight.
I think he wanted to get it out as soon as fucking possible.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
His mind is worried about maybe thinking later on. He already been on his back for an entire fucking second round.
Yeah.
Half of the first round. He said, "I need to get him out of here because I don't want to get on my back again."
Yep.
And then guess what? He gave up his back again for thinking that way.
Yeah, with full mount and rolled over and gave him the neck. You know what I mean? So it was kind of all there for him. He kind of gave it to him in spades.
Because he was hurting him. He was hurting him. Look, TEIXEIRA got knots all over his goddamn head.
So in other words, it's like the tortoise and the hare.
He's still young. He's still young in this game. Man.
You can go out fast, but eventually the slow will catch up and get him.
Because he could have got TEIXEIRA out of there.
Oh, yeah.
But he lost control.
Wow. Absolutely.
Well, I was a great hour live.
Honestly, I'm very impressed with both fighters' performances. More so impressed with Glover. Here it is. Like I said, the last run at the belt, and I'm excited to see his. I'm excited to see it though. I'm a 41-year-old. Come on, in the light heavyweight division with no John Jones at the helm. I think John Jones is the only guy that's beaten Glover Teixeira. That was at a heavyweight. That was the last time he challenged. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta look that. Let me look that up.
You mean a light heavyweight?
Yeah, light heavyweight. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
The greatest thing about MMA though, when you get old, you ain't really counted out unless your skills is so big time diminished.
Right.
If you got ground game, you could probably last for almost forever.
Agreed.
So look at Randy Couture. Randy Couture fought until he was like in his mid 40s or something like that.
Yep.
And was still competitive.
Yep. Look at that. He just
That ground game is everything.
his shit.
Yeah, he was getting tired, man. He wanted to get that finished quick. Boy, that's a bad place to be for 2 or 3 rounds.
It is.
On your back, yeah. That's why he should have took a rest while he was on top of him.
Yeah. He just should.
When he went in like Wally, he went in like fucking Tasmanian Devil.
So yeah.
Stood out in part.
Sorry about that. I was right. In 2014, April 26th of 2014 was the last time I think Glover Teixeira fought for a belt against John Jones and lost a unanimous decision.
So what's John Jones doing now?
So John Jones is officially.
They should show Glover Teixeira's second to John Jones and wins UFC.
Exactly. And now
division. You got you have Ryan Bader, Rashad Evans, and Vince St. Preux.
OSP, legend himself. Sorry about that. The fact is that John Jones is now moving up to heavyweight to fight whoever's expecting him at heavyweight. He's been posting videos and such about him gaining weight, moving up, and all that kind of thing. And now there's 2 guys now. Israel Adesanya, who's recently had kind of a back and forth dispute with John Jones about who's better all time, is now moving up to fight the light heavyweight champion, which is sorry, what's his name? I can't even remember it right now. Jesus. Let me find that real quick.
Brock Lesnar supposed to come back?
You talking about Blachowicz?
Yeah, Jan Blachowicz. Sorry. He's about to come up and fight Jan Blachowicz for the UFC light heavyweight to make him a double champ. And then then one day, maybe it's all talk, maybe it's not, but maybe one day the 2 of them fight, Israel Adesanya and John Jones. I don't think it will ever happen, but maybe it will one day, right?
Right. What do you think about Adesanya's titty?
See, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about that. I saw a recent post the other day about him claiming it was from him smoking weed. And I don't know what to think about that. Like I know that different guys are built differently and they got different shit coming into fights. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe he's got lactate building up. You know what I mean? I don't know. But who knows? Who knows? Really? Like I don't know. I don't really think it could be attributed to him smoking weed, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. Like I smoke weed. I don't got no titties. You know what I mean? Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah,
I probably could explain that. He probably got a torn muscle.
Yeah, he probably got something, or like a stagnant patch of blood that's getting filled up. You know what I mean? He was throwing too many overhands and it tore, and then it filled up with blood, and now it's looking all fucked up. You know what I mean? Like he's just got to get the blood pulled. I don't know.
I mean, it's very common in like fighting and stuff like that, especially in MMA or even like professional wrestling. Believe it or not, professional wrestling too.
Not like the one he got in common.
Oh yeah, it's very common.
I don't know about
it's
that.
It's either your chest spreads or your nipple drips, depending on your body and all that.
Yeah.
You could put a pump on him.
Like I said, like I said, I don't know. Everyone's built it. It was a super weird look. That whole last fight against Costa probably played out pretty much the same way that most people thought it was going to play out. He went in there and took Paulo Costa, picked him apart, knocked him out. I don't know if we thought the knockout was going to happen, but we pretty much saw it was going to happen.
I know. I still got
But I will say, weed has nothing to do with his titty dripping.
That's exactly what I just said. I smoke weed. I ain't got no fucking titties leaking. You know what I mean? Like, for fuck's sake. Right? I don't know.
Man.
That's just me, though. What a great night of fights.
5 hours of streaming. It's just crazy. That joint, I be getting a headache after all that joint.
Hey, man, salute to you. You put up the good work tonight. It was a great stream.
Yeah, man. You know we do it. It's fun to me, man. It's not even work.
Yeah, man. I like doing the same kind of stuff. Like that's,
you know what I'm saying?
I was like doing the same type of shit. I mute the commentators. I fucking do my own commentating. I do my own thing. Like it's the better way to do things. Most of the time, I got you turned on when I'm listening to boxing, so it's good. I like it.
I know, especially the good fights, because that's when I'm getting that real epic, vivid blow by blow.
Yeah, exactly. You get these guys that have been listening to other people their whole lives. You know what I mean? Like, what's his name? Listening to Teddy Atlas his whole life, and all he speaks is like he's Teddy Atlas. He's like
who you talking about?
What's his name? He fought for Teddy Atlas. I don't remember his name. He's the commentator now. I don't know why I'm blanking on this.
Oh, you talking about Bradley?
Yeah. Timothy Bradley sounds just like Teddy. Sounds just like Teddy Atlas. If they go out there and they put them side by side with their quotes, it's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
I still like him. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I love Teddy Atlas though.
Oh, I love Teddy Atlas. Man, shout out to his podcast. He runs a really nice podcast that puts out a bunch of good.
Yes. The Teddy Atlas joint is.
Oh, did y'all catch the one we was talking about his encounter with Hector Camacho way back in the day in the Gleason gym?
No.
Oh man, it's funny. Because remember at the time he was, I think, 170. Camacho was. You know, at that time he was at the height of his career, you know, it was macho time, you know, right? So, you know, he came in there all cocky with his whole entourage, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's macho time, you know, that thing, right?
I think I did see that episode. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Teddy was like, you know, everybody was like, you know, real agitated because the way he was acting so cocky and, you know, interrupting, being disrespectful and whatnot. So Teddy had got mad and was like, you know, come in here, you know, let me see what you got, young kid, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta remember now, he's 170, and Teddy's probably a pretty decent sized guy. So you know what I'm saying? They put on the gloves, you know, they about to do their thing, and then Teddy had grabbed him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, old man grip, you know, grabbed him and held him. So, you know, he'd twist him, you know, give him a little, you know, pop shot here and there, grab him, hold him. And then, you know, the guys in the gym, they was like ragging him hard, you know, like, look at him, man, it ain't no more macho time, you know.
He just held him he held him in like in a clinch or something in a ring.
Oh yeah, you know, like old man grip, you know, like when they get that old man grip on your arms and you can't move, and he's like moving them wherever we want to move him. And then Teddy was like, you know, I knew better because if I let him go, you know, it's gonna be the other way around, you know, he's a fast dude. So he grabbed him, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, you hear the people who are Hispanic from the background, you know, that's from the Gleason gym. They was like, yeah, look, man, look, no macho time, you know, look, no macho time. So after the incident happened, you know, months had passed, and I think once, you know, all the smoke cleared, you know, he said that Macho's people had reached out to him, you know what I'm saying, so they could meet up and apologize so he can work back in the Gleason gym. Because at that time, you know, he needed exposure and workouts and stuff like that. Right. So once they met up, you know, they squashed it and whatnot. But then, you know, the news picked it up. They didn't put the name out there, but they put a trainer had, you know, basically manhandled Macho Camacho. So Teddy was like, oh, man, you know, I hope, you know, he don't think I went to the news, you know what I'm saying, and spread that rumor around like that, you know, because New York news spread real quick.
News going to fly.
You know what I mean?
But that's crazy. Well, brothers, it's been awesome again. Second live. A great night of fight nights with the UFC. And I will see you guys in the next day to come to be.
Thank you. Thanks.
Actually, freaking a day. Thanks, Patrick Spielman, for coming on the freaking live.
Thanks for having me, man. Thank you. Appreciate
it. Man, the next UFC fight or whatever.
Would love to come back. Would love to come back. Have me back, man.
Man, have a good night to you again, Mr. Bell.
You too. You both have a good night.
I will be here, hopefully. Hopefully I don't have to work. I'll see you again. We gonna talk about this Gary Russell nonsense.
we gonna go on that tomorrow.
I love that.
Oh, really? What time?
Oh, we could continue. Oh, Gary Russell. Who else? What else I was supposed to give Marcus Maxwell a lesson on? It was like the Gary Russell. We were talking about Gary. Oh, we were talking about Irish. We were talking about basketball actually too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, man, it don't matter. Whatever it is, man. But y'all gonna keep. Ain't no dirt on Gary Russell on my channel. Ain't none of that.
Yep.
Nada. Y'all, peace out, man.
Nada.
Salute.
Thank
See you
you.
later, Patrick.
All right.
See you later, James.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, man.
All right, and everybody, thank you for coming. Boxing Logics United.
Appreciate it.
Boxing
Thank you.
Logics United. It's my
All right,
Magnus.
man. Appreciate
Peace
it.
and pugilism. See y'all next time.
Peace.
All right, player.
Peace.